my lovelies. My name is Whisper219, and today I'm starting up a show I call Cyberpunk Mondays. I'm really excited for Cyberpunk 2077. I've kind of been avoiding spoilers as much as possible, because I kind of want to go into it blind. However, until then, I have to get my Cyberpunk kicks in whatever other ways I can. So, I have both the Deus Ex games. The modern ones, anyway. I don't have the original Deus Ex. Kind of a shame. I hear it's a masterpiece, but whatever. I have played the first... I'm gonna say, probably first 4 hours or so of this game. But I will be starting it fresh for this stream. And the one thing that I find is consistent is, for one, in the hacking minigame, with the chances of being detected upon hacking any node, I have atrocious luck. And second, that I'm really bad at stealth. But I love stealth games, so I really can fault nothing but myself for not being careful enough. So I'm gonna start a new game, and just play through the intro cinematic kind of thing, because it's just, yeah. And I'm gonna go with easy, just because I was playing it on normal, but I want a little bit more forgiveness.
Is everything in place?
Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I have spoken with Montreal. The broadcast satellites are ours when we need them. A few weeks of discomfort, and the public will be primed for our recall.
And the clinics?
We control them mostly. They will do as we say.
I still think we should wait for the referendum.
We can't afford to wait. America's Science Board convenes next month.
But the mood among the delegates is shifting. I'm positive that given more time...
No. By going public with this discovery, Seraph is forcing our hand.
The world will not change overnight just because David Sarif wills it. Besides, we can do nothing until our biochip is ready.
I thought you said you were close.
Finding the correct nerve interface has proven more challenging than anticipated. Fortunately, thanks to David, I now know where to look.
Luminanene confirmada.
And in Washington tonight, crowds continue to gather in front of the Capitol. Most are demanding that Congress severely restrict efforts to alter the human body's abilities. This in response to claims made by biotechnology expert David Sarif that his firm may have discovered a way to make human-controlled evolution available to all. Sarif Industries researchers are set to arrive in Washington tomorrow to defend their claim. But for tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live.
With all due respect, Major, I'll expect 2 security details waiting for us, on the tarmac. No, we won't be going through the terminal, it's too exposed. Yes. I'm glad you understand. Good night, idiot.
Something wrong?
No, not for me it isn't. But you keep pulling on that necklace, Dr. Reed, and you're gonna break it. Come on, Meg. You've defended your research before.
That was different. Then it was all just theories. But this discovery, Adam, It's big. Kepler big. Rosetta Stone big.
So, what's the problem?
They'll want to know how I found it.
Megan, we're leaving for DC and... Adam, you're there. Good, good.
You need something, boss?
Yeah, I want to go over your security plans for Washington before we leave. You and your team ready to go, Megan?
Almost, David. We're just rechecking data.
Well, make it snappy. We have to actually be in Washington before you can dazzle all those federally appointed know-it-alls.
I hate it when he does that. Come on, I'll walk you part way.
I phased through the back of his head.
David's waiting, Adam. We should be keeping.
Patient X.
That's nothing, Adam. Just some of the research. Look, we really have to go.
You still have this. It was a spur-of-the-moment purchase. A joke.
Well, it worked, because I forgave you for picking me up in one of those.
That kind of looks like the Cybertruck. I think it's supposed to be a police car, but it kind of looks like the Tesla Cybertruck.
Come on, Slowpoke. Be careful with that. It's a first edition. David bought it for me.
You know, you really should get in the habit of locking your computer, Meg.
I know. Frank gets on me about it too. Hey, stop reading my emails.
Wow, how long ago was this taken?
In grad school, before I met you.
Back when you were hobnobbing with the rich and famous, I see. I wonder if Mr. Darrow remembers you.
God, I hope not. Are you coming?
In a second.
Old school gamer. Interact with all the things.
Warning. This lab is for authorized personnel only.
What did you mean back there, Meg? About how you found it?
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
There's something I should know. About this place, about Sarif.
Megan,
Hold on.
we're still getting biochemical fluctuations across the artificial flow cells.
Okay. But the increased neural peptides coming from the PDOT cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right. I'll double check that.
I can't believe you were asking about David. You've been here long enough to know of... Eric! You wouldn't be avoiding me, would you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Dr. Reed. I think I know why Declan's readings are off.
Too many peptides?
I'm thinking the glial tissue breakdown we noticed after splicing in the repressive protein might be the cause. If we had a better cytometer...
We might get a more accurate reading that
Visitors
confirms your
must be
theory.
accompanied
I'll ask
at all
David to
times.
consider it.
Well, if he orders one from Page Industries, maybe they'll throw in another cappuccino maker.
You overthink everything, Adam. The work we're doing is good. We're helping people overcome their physical limitations.
Yeah, except most of our clients seem to be DOD.
You're doing
It's
good.
not all
Just another hour to
military.
go.
We work with teachers, doctors, construction workers.
Damn it!
Watch it, Eddie. Those boxes are worth more than your salary.
Sorry.
Nia, you almost ready?
For Washington? Huh.
Ah, Dr. Reed. This is General O'Neill.
Dr. Sevchenko was telling me you've made progress on the Typhoon.
Yes, thanks to Vasily, actually.
As I was saying, sir, the Typhoon uses a modified combat chassis like the one I'm wearing. But I've improved its design using shaped microcharges to propel the steel balls.
And the backblast problem?
Solved through kinetic bleeders in the augment. Here, watch. Go ahead.
Impressive. How soon till it's ready?
I'm afraid I have to run, but Vasily has all the details, General.
Of course.
We still have some work to do to improve the Typhoon.
You're right. The teacher would just love having one of those things.
You're missing the point. Defense contracts keep
If
us
Republicans
afloat.
had their way,
With neural
yeah.
augmentations that make you think faster, react quicker. They can really improve a life. Everybody's lives. David's talked about it for years.
Yeah, he is a talker.
He's a good man. Admit it, Adam. A part of you likes him.
No, I like everyone, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, right.
You know, if I could get an implant that could make me produce the right chemicals in my brain, I would appreciate that. I'd like to not have to take medicine.
How far are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's gotten big, you know. Keeps knocking over all my plants.
Did you destroy that vase yet?
I moved it. And I fenced in the yard. Like you always said you were going to.
Yeah, never got around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things. Adam, there's something
Good evening.
Pritchard.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
There's Farida. I'd better hurry. See you at the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
You fixed that firewall yet?
You don't fix an entire firewall. You find the loophole and plug it.
Then did you plug it?
Yes, I did. Want to know how? Oh, wait, I forgot. Ex-cop. I doubt you'd understand.
Ex-SWAT, and you'd be surprised. Sarif has to see you too.
Athena. She wants me to show her how to track our scientist-implanted locator devices. In case your security plans in Washington don't measure up.
They will.
Gentlemen, how wonderful to see you both. Go right in, Adam. He's waiting.
This is the newest in encrypted GPL trackers, Athena. It transmits data to our dedicated satellites every 10 feet.
I don't care what it takes. I want you, Darrow, in Washington, by my side.
Man doesn't jump for anyone. He's a Nobel Prize winner.
Senators love this guy, Lyle. The hearings will go much smoother with him there. Big day for us tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us to the Hill, and then Federal Protection Services takes over.
Good, good. How's our girl holding up?
She's nervous.
All she has to do is show him her research. She explain it to you?
Not really into the whole science thing, boss.
It's incredible.
You're gonna need
all those
to.
purists out there accusing us of tampering with the natural order, when all making's done is figure out how to unlock the potential that exists within our own DNA. It's safer and easier than anything you, Darrow, ever did.
Environmental malfunction. Laboratory subsection 6. All lab chiefs, please report in.
We better not take any chances. Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know what you find. Athena, get someone to shut off the damn racket.
Yes, sir.
Pritchard, where's Megan? She report in yet?
Her GPL implant shows her moving through the microchem labs. I think she's running.
Damn it. Must have been a serious equipment failure. Can you get eyes on her?
I'm trying, but the intellicams aren't responding. There's interference coming from somewhere. Find out what's happening, Jensen. Hurry!
Pritchard? Pritchard!
Curse you, conveniently placed pane of glass. Thank you for conveniently placed and sized vents. You Ever wondered what a robot having a seizure looks like? This is what it looks like. Sorry, that joke was tasteless. Honestly, the fact that Jensen does this well against the cyborgs in here. No sentence for you. Again, pane of glass. Why? Of course, now the door opens. Thank you, save error, for ruining the flow.
Someone hiding over there?
Time to hide behind waist-high cover to treat a face full of blood.
I see you.
Now you don't see me. Oof.
CT probe shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery.
My God, how thick was the glass?
Come on, Adam. Stay with us.
Squishy.
Yeah, he's no good to me like this.
Prepare for insertion of ERCC-1 graft.
Steady. He doesn't need that. Where's that cyber arm prosthesis?
I love you.
you lost enough people today?
I'm sorry.
We're seconds away.
His body can take it.
Miraculous. I think we got it, Doctor. Give him the info, Rocky. Fine. Give me the telecom package.
Dun dun dun. Squishy drama. A little bit of body horror. Big bro surveillance systems. Lens made in Japan. To quote Jesse Cox, badass, activate.
Adam, it's David. You in the building?
Just entered the lobby.
Sorry to pull you out of sick leave so soon, but we've got a situation. A break-in at our Milwaukee Junction factory. Meet me at the helipad.
I have to see Pritchard first. Something's wrong with my retinal enhancement.
Frank's on the second floor in the tech lab. Make it quick. People's lives are at stake.
And of course I decided to take the long way around. Oh, Pritchard.
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might seem. Looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right. We done here? Because Sarah is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually save people.
If you got a problem with me, Pritchard, why don't you just say it and get it over with?
Why no, Jensen? I don't have a problem with you. If anything, I blame myself.
The mighty Pritchard blaming himself. That's gotta be a first.
I'm the one who told Sarif we needed a physical security team to protect us. If he'd read my report closely enough.
Wait a second. Are you saying it was your idea to hire me?
Not you, Jensen. I wanted Dynacore, Sharp Edge, or Bell Tower. All the top private security contractors were on my list, but Sarif wanted somebody in-house. And so did Dr. Reed.
I suggest you leave Megan out of this.
Why, Jensen? It's no secret how close the two of you were. And let's face it, you'd just been fired from SWAT for that massacre in Mexican town. No one was about to hire you.
You really have to stop getting your news from those Picus blogs, Francis. They only confuse you.
The point is, if Sarif had listened to me, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But Megan, God love her, always did have Sarif's ear.
Sarif's ear is going to be hearing a report about violence in the workplace if you keep this up. You really feel like continuing?
Point taken.
I'm not exactly sure, Jensen, if it helps, your case to, threaten the guy who knows how your implants work. Like,
closer to the helipad.
Almost there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare. Meet me in the chopper. I'll brief you as we go.
Farida?
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you? 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Sarif wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because the sooner we take off, the better it will be for everyone.
I'm ready.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
If there's one thing Cyberpunk does really well, it's really cool jackets. I love that floral pattern on Jensen's shoulder pads.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you out the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam. I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right. So how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there, just neutralize them.
Okay. But just make sure those bastards don't wake up and warn their friends. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways. But the labs themselves are pretty open. High ceilings. So, do you want something you can use from a distance? Or up close?
The tranquilizer rifle, I'm doing this specifically for acquiring these weapons, like ease of acquiring these weapons. The stun gun, you can find in a lot of places. Tranquilizer rifle, you cannot find the rifle, but you can find lots of ammunition for it, so I'm...
Give me something with distance. If I get too close, I'll take them out personally.
Just try not to break anything expensive. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
Can you imagine how hot it must be standing next to an open exhaust plume like that? It's like, look, I'm right here. Yeah. And that's, unless that's some sort of like ion thruster, which, honestly, if that was the case, there'd be lightning bolts.
You ready to go in? Good. Seen a few of them come smoke every now and again, so be careful.
Yeet. I said yeet.
Tell me you're the guy we've been twiddling our thumbs waiting for.
SI Security. Name's Jensen.
Jensen. Yeah. I thought I recognized you. Used to be on Team 2 till that Mexican town thing went down. I gotta say, you're the last person I pictured taking orders from a CEO.
Things change.
Not always for the better. Feel like getting in there and doing whatever it is your boss wants you to do? Because maybe then we can do our job.
We've got people inside. Any idea where I should look for them?
Yeah. Your plant manager, Josie Thorpe, managed to slip a call out before someone snatched her cell. She said the hostages are being held in an office near the assembly labs.
Makes sense. The workers were setting up for a production run, so they'd have been concentrated there.
You know more about that than I would. Anything else?
You look pretty dug in up here. What's the react team plan?
We got Alpha as point and Bravo as wing, both standing by to breach the target. We're coordinating from here, but until your boss gives us the go-ahead, we're just holding our dicks.
Realistically, how much time do I have before any shooting starts?
According to protocol, none. According to your lawyers, the sooner you get in there, the sooner we can hose this powder keg down and call it a day.
Intel on these purists. How much you got?
How much you want?
They communicate any demands yet?
Not yet, but I get the feeling they're not that organized. Most of the guys I've seen look like street bangers and thugs. The kind who get their jollies trashing equipment. You ask me, is the man in charge you have to worry about.
How many am I looking at down there?
Hard to say. We've spotted 3 in the courtyard, maybe half a dozen inside. But that's a sketchy estimate at best, since we seem to be getting a loop playback off your telecams.
That shouldn't be possible. I told Seraph to make sure Pritchard overhauled the system.
Well, someone inside must be tech savvy, because all we're seeing is a loop. For all we know, there could be 5, 10, or 3 dozen perps in there.
No, that's not good.
The leader's name is Sanders, right? What's his story?
Zeke Sanders. We're running background on him now. Looks like he fought 2 tours in the Gulf. One of them on a recycled military bill.
You mean he's augmented? Seraph told me he's not.
He used to be augmented. Says his Augs made him do evil shit, so he ripped him out. Now he's got a whole crew of gullible street kids listening to his crap and ready to die for him. Or kill.
I think I've heard enough.
You sure? Wouldn't want to make your boss unhappy.
I got it from here. Sit tight. Wait for Seraph's signal.
Like we got a choice.
Alright, let's do this shit. Sorry, I'm munching on jerky while doing this.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there. Heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
Anything else up here, or is it just everything on fire? Looks like everything's just on fire. Who sets paint cans on fire? Like, why? Also, if they're just burning paint, why are you painting stuff with something that flammable? Hello. Just gonna leave him right there. A little sneaky beaky over here. Stun gun darts. And hello. Whoop. Never actually found this route when I was playing the first time. That seems a lot more risky than the route I took. Just climbing up to the roof here, and just boop, boop, ba doop, ba doop, ba doop, ba doop, ba doop, ba doop, ba doo. What's up here? Oh. Hello. There's the officers. Oh. Looks like a sniper got sniped.
Pritchard, I'm in.
Nicely done, Jensen. May I ask how?
A vent on the roof. It'll be in my report next time we discuss security loopholes.
Oh, goody. I'll be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
So that's where that vent went. Okay. Legit, when I was first playing this, I grabbed all of the cardboard boxes that I could find, and I stacked them up trying to climb into this vent because I didn't know where it went. And then I just find out, oh no, that's just one of the alternate paths. The fuck did you see me? Must have been the wind. Heck.
Pritchard, I'm in.
Nicely done, Jensen. May I ask how?
A vent on the roof. It'll be in my report next time we discuss security loopholes.
Oh, goody. I'll be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
Okay. Opening right now. So I can just do this. come any closer, buddy, you're gonna have bad time.
When you see what we find in here, then you'll know. You'll all finally listen.
Falcon punch! Ni hao. Ooh, stun button darts. Nice. And money. Good thing they didn't get this thing back online. These things are annoying to deal with. Alrighty. Boy's getting high. You just turn your pretty little head around. There we go. Check all the toilets. Ooh, an e-book. I'll read that later. Nothing in the toilets. Whoop. Bonk. Hoi. I'm Adam. Sleep. There we go. Dang. That went down heavy. Do 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 do. These takedowns, these non-lethal takedowns seem incredibly crunchy for being, quote-unquote, non-lethal. Taeyong Medical continues global expansion. More trank darts. Buns. Classic. Shanti. Energy drink. Yammer, 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 yammer.
Jensen, I just tried to unlock the assembly lab door, but my override codes aren't working. Someone's changed the protocols.
What? Didn't you plug the...
I'm on it. But until I find this particular breach and fix it, you'll have to hack the door manually. Pritchard out.
I'm just gonna do this. Get a bonus for not being detected.
Access granted.
Thank you. Thank you, save error. Thank you again, save error. I have tried Googling it, re-verifying it, but I don't know what causes that. Alright, spray me down. Just turn around. This doesn't concern you. Thank you. Do 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 do. Jeez, you didn't have to break his arm. Why do they look like they're wearing executioner hoods? Shut up. Picus is basically this world's version of Fox News. Oh, cool. Some numbers. Services. All right.
Someone's jet. Holy shit! I've got you cornered!
I shot him right in the head. Alrighty. Let's hack it up. Let's do this.
Access granted.
Great. Now they're all on high fucking alert. How far back is this?
Richard, I'm in.
Oh my. Mm-hmm. It's almost a.
What was that?
Not going out that way. So I could have done that a little bit better, but come up this way so I can give you a bad time. Time for a headache. Let's drag you out of the way of the camera. Suspicious, but not alarmed.
Access granted.
that a little too ambitious. Okay. Just go on merry way. Nobody watch, nobody notice. Come over here, bruv. Okay. Whew. Ooh, Praxis kit. It is best to upgrade hacking all the way before most other skills, because it's just useful. You don't see me. I'm not here.
Step away from the console. Now! Help me! Son of a bitch. Pritchard, you still there?
Where else would I be?
Patch me to Seraph, now.
Something so destructive yet so
Adam,
small.
it's David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah, but you were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that. What about Sanders?
SWAT's pressuring me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
Dun 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 dun. I went through the wrong door. Anything new? Third floor, cerebral implants. Second floor, extremely violent gunfight. Fourth floor, women's lingerie. Bonk.
Have raided a Seraph Industries plant.
Shut up. Tai Young. Revolver ammo. I'm not taking a revolver. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Waiting until that guy at the end there, in the middle there, turns around. Shut that door. Trank darts. Hello. He sleep. Yammer, 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 yammer. Guy on the radio is as bad as Alex Jones. Alright. Now that everybody's asleep. Excuse me, miss?
Access granted.
Your computer security is that of a Cheeto.
Access granted.
Hacking is a good source of experience.
Access granted.
Dang it. I want to unlock the data cache.
Access granted.
Theater tickets. So the Deus Ex franchise has had a little bit of a reputation as being somewhat clairvoyant in that the original Deus Ex game predicted a lot of things that actually happened. For instance, the 9/11 terror attacks. But to be fair to them, they were just following statistics in that the Twin Towers had already previously been attacked, so
Access granted.
the fact that they didn't have the Twin Towers in the original Deus Ex was just a thing where it was just like, it's an obvious target because it had already been hit, so hitting it again just made sense. I'm glad they didn't predict the plague of 2020 though. Is that
Access granted.
Quality standards. Specs. Yeah, you may not want to actually put the Typhoon out to market.
Access granted.
Got it. Surat. Back in town, Egghead. Whole new cart of merchandise. You want to take a look? Stop by. Surat. Josie Thorpe. Dang it. I wanted to see if I could break the radio. Nuke. To lower my chances of being detected. Mm-hmm.
Access granted.
At least I got a nuke back.
Access granted.
Guys, please remember to wash out your soda cans before depositing them in the recycling bins. The sugar in those things are attracting an awful lot of gnats lately. P.S. You know soda isn't good for you, don't you? Yes, Samantha, we know, but it's so darn tasty. Dang it.
Access granted.
Team plant security. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if, I have a... Hold on. Okay. So, fun fact for today, the word picus means woodpecker in Latin.
Don't lie to me. I don't want to hurt you. You're a civilian. But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look! Seraph's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in? He thinks we're breaking the law. Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Back off, Hunter! I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is, you hear? But I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser! I told you, stand down or this bitch is dead.
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right. I'm a decorated vet, and I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady's my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me, but I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are you stupid? I don't work with dogs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
You're doing better than you think. You're still standing, and that's more than the hacker was expecting. You said you're a vet, so I know you've got the balls to handle this. You don't need the civilian to get you out of here.
You got a good point there. But still, there's no way I could put my trust in you. You're on the same side as the cops. They got me completely surrounded and there's nothing I can do. I'm all alone in here.
The only thing the cops are focused on right now is the safety of the civilians. Same as you. You've risked your life to do what's best for other people. You're not some drive-by banger.
You're right. I'm not. You know what? We're done talking. The puto who tricked my brother thought he had us beat. But we are so much tougher than killing him. I'm gonna go find him and anybody else who helped him. And when I do, they're gonna see the Angel of Vengeance in action, baby.
You've got more honor than the man who betrayed you. You're not gonna let your brother down like this. The hacker was expecting civilians to be in the building tonight. You were supposed to take hostages and force the cops to silence you permanently. But you're smarter than he is.
It's so obvious. Can't believe I didn't see it till now. He thinks he can just lead me to my death? Think again, cabrón. Get out of here. I did what you wanted, so let me go. I got Blade here too, I see.
I've got as much interest in finding out who's really behind this as you do, Cabron.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll owe you one. But I promise you this, someone's gonna pay.
Oh, look over there! Adam! Deus, go! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation? Adam!
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet for... Read on it.
What about the hostages? Shouldn't I?
There's nothing you can...
Oh my gods, I completely forgot about the hostages! Oh! Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm not forgetting about the hostages. I'm an idiot. Shit. Hey, buddy, you want to come over here and just give me a chance to just knock you out? Just bonk. Wow, you all suck. I mean, I suck too, but... Yeesh. I don't even remember where the hostages are. They sleep. Say what? Why is there just a frag grenade in here? Like, I understand Seraph has military contracts, but why is there just a random frag grenade? Oh. So this path existed as an option the whole time. Well, I went that way. That's good to know. There's where I need to get to. Up there. I wish you could upgrade the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Boink. A lot of stun gun darts, but no stun gun yet. Gotta find the actual stun gun. Plenty of space where you can find them, but plenty of places where you can find them, but not necessarily easy to access. Gonna push this out of the way, just slowly pushing it out of the way. Dang it. Yeah, I need to start hitting the F5 key more often. Add sprint over this way. This corner. Door, get on the floor. Hope you have a dream about a dinosaur. Hey, if you just come through this door, I can just bonk you.
Calm down, man. No one's here. Trying to spook me or something?
You're coming with me. witnesses get a fist to the face. Crate with which to hiding behind. Wait. I'm just gonna load from that quick save. That's where I'm wishing I had some of the augments from Mankind Divided. One of them allows you to fire multiple taser prongs at
Do not use the door! You activated the bomb!
What do you think I'm doing?
Where's the bomb squad?
Do something!
Access granted. Automated dispersal device deactivated. Countdown terminated. Have a nice day.
At least it's a polite bomb.
Richard, get word to Seraph. I found the hostages.
I'm relaying good news, I hope.
They're safe, and they're staying put. SWAT will have to exfil them as soon as I've got the prototype.
I'll tell Sarif, but don't take too long.
Okay.
You said they were looking for evidence? What kind of evidence?
I don't know. They're purists. They think the body is sacred and shouldn't be tampered with. They probably want something that will implicate us in moral wrongdoings.
Did they know about the typhoon?
It's a top secret contract. How could they? And we only moved it in a few hours ago. Please, I don't think they expected anyone would be working today. And now that they're backed into a corner, you have to find my wife, please.
Oh, I did, but I forgot about you, so So... how was I supposed to go about this again? Because I managed to do this the first time when I was playing, but I forgot about it completely this time. Right. There's a vent system that allows you to just completely bypass the entire thing. I really need to start looking around for vents more. Like, just start moving every box that I can. Wow. Dutifully noted. Gotta wait for them to just turn around. Just turn around. Just stop looking over this way, please. Damn it. I'm getting better at recognizing, you know, the subtle game design features that allow you to recognize things like, hey, this is where a vent cover is. How nobody heard that, I will never understand. You know the worst part? It was right fucking there. I've already done this before. Is that an actually accessible vent cover up there? No. Doesn't look like there's one over there either. There's no way up, so that's fine. Curse you, right-handed society. I'm actually ambidextrous, but there are some things where I'm just like, why would you do everything with the right hand? Like, you still have a perfectly good hand that you can easily train to do stuff. Now that we have that out of the way, now let's do this convincing thing again. Also, I think it's no secret that they probably modeled that the annoying guy on the radio after people like Alex Jones.
Don't lie to me!
Seen this before.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser! I told you, stand down or this bitch is dead!
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right! I'm a decorated vet, and I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady's my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You've got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me. But I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are you stupid? I don't work with dogs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
You're doing better than you think. You're still standing, and that's more than the hacker was expecting. You said you're a vet, so I know you've got the balls to handle this. You don't need the civilian to get you out of here.
You got a good point there. But still, I've got to exploit my advantage. And as long as I hold on to this lady here, you and the cops will be way too scared to come near me. Face it, you got outmaneuvered.
The The only thing the cops are focused on right now is the safety of the civilians. Same as you. You've risked your life to do what's best for other people. You're not some drive-by banger.
Right. Like I need the approval of somebody who sold his soul to the biomod industry. This is out of control. The crusade is going straight into the crapper, and my brother's gonna be hung up to dry. I'm the leader. I'm the one who has to fix things. But I can't, because I'm trapped in here.
You've got more honor than the man who betrayed you. You're not gonna let your brother down like this. The hacker was expecting civilians to be in the building tonight. You were supposed to take hostages and force the cops to silence you permanently. But you're smarter than he is.
It's so obvious. Can't believe I didn't see it till now. He thinks he can just lead me to my death? Think again, cabrón. Get out of here. I did what you wanted, so let me go. I got Blade here too, I see.
I've got as much interest in finding out who's really behind this as you do, Cabron.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll owe you one. But I promise you this, someone's gonna pay.
Any sign of him? Adam! Deus, go! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation?
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
Copy. Jensen out.
Let's do a little bit of haka-laka.
Access granted.
So, Josie Thorpe, manager of this manufacturing plant. What's in her email? Important message from the CEO, and an urgent response needed from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Josie, you gotta get a better spam filter.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Just a little shaken up, but what about the other hostages? My husband was with them in one of the assembly labs, and I overheard talk about a bomb.
Don't worry, they're safe.
Oh, thank God. When those men surprised us. Mr. Jensen, they should not have been able to get in. With the typhoon being moved in and all, I double-checked the protocols myself.
Yeah, I expect Pritchard's doing the same thing right now. Stay here. DPD will want to question you. But you and your husband should be reunited soon.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. You're a hero.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Mr. Thorpe. The target is on lockdown. I can't let anyone in.
But my wife, she's still in there. I need to know that she's okay.
You'll have to wait until the building is secure. Now back up and let the SWAT team do their job, please.
My wife, is she all right?
She's fine. A little shaken up, though. Swab will need to debrief her, but you'll see her soon.
I don't know what to say. I think I've given up on her. You're a true hero, man. I'll find some way to repay this, I swear.
There's no need for that. I was just doing my job.
Don't be modest. I didn't recognize you before, but I know who you are, Mr. Jensen. And I know you weren't supposed to be back at work yet. Thank God you are. I'll be in touch. Count on it.
Alrighty. Farida?
You made a lot of people happy tonight, Jensen. And not just the men in suits.
It's what they pay me for.
No. They pay you to put corporate interests ahead of people. You found a way to satisfy everyone. Guess Dr. Reed was telling the truth about you.
Megan? What are you talking about, Malik?
Before you were hired, she said the papers were lying about Mexican Town. That you weren't fired from the force. You quit when you realized Protect and Serve had become Protect and Serve the corporate interest. Nice to see she was right. You ready to go?
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command. Climb in.
And that's the ending I like for that mission. Because not only is it, worth more experience to, save everybody and complete all the objectives, but, let's be honest. I am a super-powered cyborg security chief. I should be able to do...
New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and, Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with this one.
You're right. I didn't choose to get augmented. And I still don't know if I would have if given the choice. But today felt good. Surprisingly good.
Dr. Reed said you'd take to them. Said it was in your genes. Just be careful, okay? A lot of people think there's a reason the human body rejects this technology over time.
I didn't peg you for the type who gets caught up in metaphysical debates, Malik.
I'm not. I told you myself, I've got neuro enhancements. I'm just saying the choices we do get to make inevitably have consequences.
Yeah. Tell that to the bastard who did this to me.
I hear you. And you know what? You're not the only person in this place who wants to find him. So if I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
Were burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later, then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
Oh, sorry. Completely zoned out. Hello, what? What the? Oh. Who's stashing neuropazine in here? Brian Tyndall. So there have been a lot of subtle... mentions of Patient X. Sex, male, age 32, blood, O type, Rhd negative. Unusually high presence of mutagenic chemicals in the primary strand. These don't appear to be harmful, however. In fact, X appears to be healthier and more resilient to infection than most subjects of a similar age and ethnic background, although admittedly this is based on personal observation only. Access to X's medical files and history is not possible at this time. More interesting to note, however, is what these chemicals do when isolated and introduced to the PDOT cluster. The P-dot cluster is the interface device. In less than 24 hours, artificial materials within the cluster have been completely encapsulated in a thick, semi-permeable coating of the subject's own neural tissue. In effect, the invaders are being disguised as part of the subject's nervous system. Tests have yet to be concluded, but it is my belief that P-dot clusters built with this unique DNA signature will be undetectable to the human immune system. The bond between what is nervous system and what is external device will be blurred to such an extent that no glial tissue will build up will occur. Neuropozyne may no longer be needed. Yeah, so neuropozyne is the drug that prevents the body from building up what they're referring to as glial tissue here. Glial tissue is basically what builds up around the metals in the plastics and the interface pieces and all the stuff around augments that makes them like interface with the human body. And the human body's like, wait, that's not supposed to be there. And the glial tissue is a barrier that it builds up, basically scar tissue around the augment, saying, no, you don't get out of here, we don't want you. And neuropozyne helps to break down that glial tissue and prevent it from forming. However, you have to take neuropozyne on a regular basis if you have any of the more extensive augments, such as an arm or, you know, full body augments. But Jensen doesn't need to take neuropozyne. And this patient X, whoever this is, doesn't need to take neuropozyne. I wonder who patient X is. Subtlety in storytelling. By the way, that is a lot of neuropozyne. It's basically like insulin for cybernetic people.
Has turned on David so quickly. Like it's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
People seem to think we're hiding something.
Only because Eliza Kazan keeps spinning it that way. Seriously, it used to be that when David talked, all of Detroit listened. What happened?
What happened is that David made too many promises he couldn't keep. 20 years ago, Detroit was on its last legs, remember? And Seraph Industries promised to pick it back up.
Oh, like one company and one man can do that by himself. They're a bunch of ungrateful hacks, if you ask me.
Who are you talking about?
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sandra's group to manipulate those thugs.
Yeah, but who? Who would know we were developing the Typhoon?
Same people who attacked us last time, Roy. I mean, come on. We were testing it when they broke in.
Alright, I'll give you that. So what? You think a foreign government is behind this?
Governments aren't the only ones hiring mercenaries these days. Isolé, Kusanji, Taeyong Medical. Any one of our competitors could be behind this.
It's definitely not Taeyong. Hello. Dude, nice bike. Is this one of those folding ones? Yeah. Bro, that's cool. I like that. Oh. And nice archway made of CRTs. Hello, Roomba.
Well, it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Neuroplasticity. Basically, it's just a thing saying, yeah, I take your Cyber Boost energy bar. Basically, that this ebook is basically just saying, because of the fact that our brains are capable of adapting, we are, you know, it's, you know, we are destined to be cyborgs, and honestly, if I could have better arms, I would prefer. Hello, anybody in here? No? Do I have... Yes, I have an available praxis. Okay, yeah.
Access granted.
Got it. Do you want to believe that Megan could still be alive? She was your friend too, after all. Is it true? Got in the vacation days. What the hell? Still up for happy hour downtown if we can get away at a decent hour. Work our butts off and start taking a ride. Yeah. Overtime policy. Yeah. Anthony Margolis. I'm guessing some people don't like you, Anthony. Neural hub designed for next generation. Okay. Just faster brain nervous system interfaces. Heightened security measures. Network security. I love I love that he writes in the same way that he talks. Like, as you are no doubt aware, terrorism's on the rise in this city. We in the IT department are working day and night to keep this company safe from outside attack. But you are making the job harder every time you fail to follow the most basic of network security rules. Which is why I must now remind all of you to lock your computer screen the moment you step away from it, change your password every 6 weeks in keeping with network protocols, never write down your password or give it to anyone, else unless he has systems administration authority. Surf the internet only when you are in the safety and comfort of your own home. Simple rules, people. Let's try to follow them. Frank Pritchard. I never liked people named Pritchard. Another energy bar. What's this? The Tyranny of Biology. Oh, get another praxis. Okay. What was his name? Hugh Darrow. 8th of September, 2011. Phew. Thank goodness this wasn't completely accurate to how things progressed.
Access granted.
Heh. You didn't see shit, security officer. Nobody's in there? Good. It's a good idea to save before attempting hacks, because the game doesn't pause when you attempt to hack.
Access granted.
It has come to my attention that neuropsine has been disappearing from the lab, usually on nights when you were working late. Care to explain this? What exactly are you accusing me of, Frank? Yes, I've taken quantities of neuropsine out of the lab, it's part of my research, but I've also logged in each and every drop used, and placed all unused supplies back in the freezer before leaving. And I was not the only one working those nights. Talk to Brugger. He'll verify it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not accusing anyone, but as Seraph's security chief, it is my responsibility to stay on top of things. I thought I was security chief. Corporate drivel. It's 3 decades. Where will we be in 2050? was once a time when we believed the world would become a monolithic nation-state, a kind of United States of Earth, brought together under the global aegis of a supergovernmental body. But now that prediction seems quaint and hackneyed. The reality is that we live in an era where sovereign nations and the formal governments of countries are little more than lines of demarcation upon the world's maps. More and more, citizens of the world lend their loyalty not to a flag, but the only true transnational entities that still thrive, corporations. We thus foresee a time when people will be citizens of their employer's nation, rather than Chinese, French, Canadian, etc. And in this world, what we have thought of as traditional nation complexes, such as America, will fragment in order to find their own equilibrium. Well, that's not too far off. If Jeff Bezos has his way. Ooh. Gale's in there right now. There's a terminal. Come on, come on, come on.
Access
yes.
granted.
It's unlocked. Hostage situation. The fuck does Picus have against us? Ever since Taggart gave that damn speech in front of the UN, Cassidy's taken every opportunity she has to slant this augmentation debate in his favor. We were the ones who were fucking attacked. We lost people. He didn't. That has got to earn us some sympathy. Get on the phone and work this, Lyle. Do what I fucking pay you to do. D. Hey boss, Mr. Seraph just stuck his head in. Looks like he's on the warpath. You might want to get back here ASAP. And are we still on for the movies Saturday night? Seraph Industries. Custom augmentations. Sure, uniqueness. Clients. 1,500 people in the Detroit area. More than any other corporation in the augmentation industry, we work hard to promote and maintain our reputation as innovators and as a home for independence and excellence and quality. And good for them. That's a little too high. I can't hack that yet. That's too high. I definitely can't hack that. That's already open. That's already open. Alright. Time to meet with David.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages at him. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You've still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Boss, what you're asking me to do, it's not exactly legal.
No, it isn't. You got a problem with that?
Just figured I'd point it out.
Oh, thanks. And believe me, if I had another option, we'd be taking it. But these past 6 months, seems like all the influence I built up in this city just dried up and blew away.
Well, you were able to keep SWAT from infiltrating the plant until I got the Typhoon.
Just barely. And now someone else is pulling strings to keep us in the dark? We need that neural hub, son. It's key to finding out who's behind these attacks.
And taking up the men who did it. I'm on it.
Alright. So, yeah. Oh, that's actually a perfect place to... Oh. What? Well, that's a perfect place for me to end it. Bit of an awkward ending, but yeah. So gonna play more of this on Wednesday. And if and when I actually get, like, you know, more friends in to play with me, Wednesdays and Fridays are going to be more multiplayer focused, but I'm going to start doing longer streams on, just going to start doing longer streams in general. But Mondays are always going to be Cyberpunk games. Just, so yeah, see you on Monday around the same time for more Deus Ex. And then Friday, I don't know. We'll see. Thank you all, my lovelies. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, hydrate. Have a great day.